Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining me for this Friday's project. I am Debra Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. And guys, I have a really super fun project for you today. The project that we are using is actually featuring the Sharing Sunshine stamp set. Guys, this stamp set was actually, it's a very unassuming stamp set when you see it in the catalog. In fact, I can't tell you how many times I passed over this stamp set, didn't even give it a second thought. But after seeing some really cute projects with it, I decided to order it and give it a try. And I have had the best time playing with this stamp set. So as you hop on, say hello. Let me know that you're on here with me. I know a lot of you like to come watch the replay later. Totally fine. I know we all have different schedules. If you do stop by later to watch the replay, just leave me a comment. Let me know that you stopped by, and I appreciate you watching. All right, so guys, let me go ahead. I'm going to move my camera down so that you can see all the goodies that we're going to play with today. All right, so like I said, we're using this Sharing Sunshine stamp set, and we're going to make this really adorable little book of sunshine. And inside, I will show you later what we're going to put inside our box. So it's a pretty easy project, but there are a few steps to it. So I have an extra cheat sheet here with me today. If you're on my email list, you will be getting the project sheet for today's project that has the measurements, some pictures to kind of help you put it together, and the supplies that I am using today. So I'm going to set this over here to the side. But because there are a lot of extra measurements today, I'm keeping this little sheet right here by me so I can remember all my measurements. So let's get the supplies in and let's get started, guys. So the first thing we are going to want to do, let me put this to the side because I want to share that with you too. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock. Now this measures 6 3/4 by 7 1/4. And I don't know if you can see here, but I have scored all 4 sides at 1 inch and then again at 2 inches all the way around. So really easy. You don't have to set it up, just 1 and 2 inches all the way around and you're good to go. Then what we're going to do is we're going to snip up score lines. And this is the part that's probably the most tricky of doing this project. But once you do it, it's really easy. I'm going to give you a few tips to kind of help you along. It really does not matter if you go from the side, which side you go from. Just make sure that you're consistent when you do that. So I'm going to take and I'm going to go up this score line and I'm going to cut to the second score line. So we have a score line here and then another one there. So I'm going to score to that score line and then I'm going to cut again. All right, see how I did that? All right, then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I recommend if you do this first, it will keep you from getting confused. All right, so I've got that. Now I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other side. And that reminds me where my tabs are going to be when I put this box together. Do the same thing there. All right, now I don't need all this stuff. I have extra stuff here. So right here, I'm going to snip off that section and I'm going to do the same thing here. And then I need to do the same thing on the other side. And then one more here. All right, kind of see how our template's forming? Okay, again, I'm going to do a little bit more because that's a little too long for my tab. So we're just going to snip off at the score line so that we have a little box tab here. We're going to do that for all 4 sides. Hopefully that's making sense. All right, and then one more time right here. Okay, so now that I have all that, I just kind of want to show you where we're at. So we got our tabs. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to also too do a little angle cuts all the way around. And so I'm going to snip here, because this will make it so much easier for our box to go together. Do the same thing for your other tabs. And then I have one more recommendation, little tip for you to make everything go together nicely. All right, so now we have the box tabs, right? Okay. If you notice, we have a score line on the inside but we also have a score line on the outside. All right, so what's going to happen is these are going to tuck to the inside of our box when we make it, okay? However, in order to avoid a tight fit, what I want to do is just a little bit, just snip just the tiniest little bit off at an angle cut. That will give us that little bit of wiggle room we need so it doesn't get too tight when we put in that second flap inside our box. And again, do the same thing on this side. And then the last side. So basically all 4 sides. You just want to do these little angle cuts. Okay, I think that's it. All right, so now we're going to assemble the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burnish my score lines. And I want to burnish all of them. So that we have nice crisp edges when we go to put our box together. All right, so now we get to do some gluing. All right, so I'm just going to take my liquid glue. Now, if you want to use tear and tape, you can certainly use that as well. And basically, we're going to glue each of these tabs together and form the sides of our box. All right, one more. Oops. Oops, that kind of slid out for me there. There we go. It's going to get that one tucked back in. All right. All right, so you see how we now have all of our sides glued together. And then now we have these extra tabs. And the reason I did these extra tabs is we want to have stability for the inside of our box so that it doesn't move around a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck them in and I'm going to squeeze. And then we're going to glue it inside the box. I'm going to do the same thing for all 4 sides. Tuck that in, and then we're going to do the same thing. Again, just keep going around. And then our last side. All right, I may have to hold this for a minute. It looks like it doesn't want to quite adhere just yet, so we will get it to adhere. We want to make sure those are in really, really well. Again, you could use them. I use multi-purpose glue. That's just my go-to glue, but if you want to use tear tape for this, you can. All right, so now we have the box, okay? That's where this kind of creates, I guess, what you would call the pages in a book. And we're going to put candy inside in a little bit. But what we're going to do next is we're going to take a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock. And this one is 3 3/4 by 7 inches. And on this one, I have scored it 3 4 inches. And then I took my nifty little corner rounder here and I just rounded the corners. Okay, so let's see if you can see that. There you go. And then what that's going to do is that is going to form the base for going to form the cover for our box. Now, before I do anything, I don't want to put my box in just yet because I want to take a piece of glittered white ribbon. And this is actually measures 24 inches. I recommend probably 22 to 24 inches. And I recommend finding the midpoint and kind of squeezing. And the reason I say that is so that you can figure out where the midpoint is and put that midpoint on the inside of the spine. And then next what I want to do is I'm going to take, oops, I lost it. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, let's just kind of lay that across there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take on the inside is I'm going to take a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock. This measures 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. Again, I rounded the corners and I'm going to glue that over this ribbon to keep it in place. And that is what's going to help hold our box closed when we get our goodies inside. Let's get some glue on here. And then we're just going to adhere that right there on the inside. Make sure, yep, that's about even. Now we can glue our box inside. Now you want to glue the box on one side and on the bottom. So I'm going to add some glue on one side and then add on the bottom. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take and where that first fold is, that first score line, you're going to put the back of your box. Oops, not that one. Sorry guys, wrong one. You're going to take it where the spine is. You're going to put it on the inside there. Sorry, I'm going to have to clean that up in a minute. And then you're going to adhere it to the spine of the box, like that, and then to the bottom of the box. So sorry about that. Ignore the first thing. You want to make sure that it's on the spine of the box, the back of the box, so that it's nice and stable, so then you can close it. But before we close it, we want to put our goodies inside. So I did find some really fun lemon head candies that are pre-wrapped. I think I got them on Amazon. And so we're just going to stick that inside, and then now we're going to close our box and tie it off. And I'm just going to cut a little bit of this excess off. I don't need that much ribbon. All right, so now the fun is going to be decorating all the outside. Oh, hi guys. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Mona Lisa. I appreciate, oh, from Western Maryland. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you hopping on. Do you have the Sharing Sunshine stamp set? I got to tell you, this was a sleeper one for me. I really did not give this one much thought, but it is so cute. And I am going to share with y'all later some really fun projects that I have coming up next month using the stamp set. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take some Brights Designer Series paper. Again, this measures just like the inside of our box. It measures 2 3/4 by 3 1/2, and I rounded the corners again. And I am going to glue it onto the front of the box. This is where the fun is, decorating everything. And then I'm going to take, for the spine of my box, I'm going to take another piece of the Brights Designer Series paper. Now I'm using the Coastal Cabana color, but this piece measures 7/8 by 3 1/2. And that is going to go on the spine of our box. Hi, how are you? Connie, I see you on there. Appreciate you joining me, friend. Okay. All right, so we're going to put that on the spine of the box. Now, next, you're going to want to take layering circles. Honestly, guys, you can use circles, you can use punches, whatever you have that has circles of different sizes. You take those, and I'm going to use 3 circles. I'm using from the layering circle dies, I'm using the one that measures approximately 2 1/4 inches. And then I'm taking one that's not scalloped, and it's going to be approximately 1 7/8. And then my last circle is approximately 1 1/4, and it is scalloped. Okay. Now, another thing I'm going to do is out of the Give It a Whirl dies, I punched out or die cut out these really awesome, let's see if I can get these separated, these really awesome clouds. And I will tell you, this Give It a Whirl dies, I originally bought it just to be able to do the really fun spinny thing. But I have found that this is a really awesome set of dies with all the clouds and the hearts and the stars. And in fact, you could even use these circles with this Sharing Sunshine stamp set. And there's some really fun labels. So I've really found this to be a very versatile set beyond the actual wheel die itself. So what it is, I have stamped out or cut out 2 of the clouds and one of the little banners here. So what I want to do is I want to do some stamping now. So let's start off with our sunshine, and I'm going to use Mango Melody, and this is going to go on our center circle here. And I'm taking the broad sunray stamp here, and I'm just going to stamp. Let me get this on a piece of paper in case it gets inky, and I'm just going to stamp it right here in the middle. All right, now next what I want to do is I'm going to take black Memento ink pad and the little smiley face that's in the stamp set. And I think this is where the fun is, because this is called two-step stamping. And so you're layering each of these elements from the stamp set to make really cute little designs. At first, it doesn't look like much until you put it all together. All right, so got our little smiley face there. And let's put some cute little cheeks on our little sunshine guy here. So I put little cheeks here at each end of his smile. And then for the sentiment, actually, there's going to be two sentiments. So I'm going to do one on the large cloud, and this one says thank you. And then the next one is going to say, and this is going to go on the spine of our book. This says, "You bring warmth into my life." So I'm going to put that on the little banner here. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to glue our sunshine circle onto our scallop circle. And then next, I'm going to take dimensionals and I'm going to pop that the little smiley face guy and put that right here in the middle. And then on the book, I'm going to just pop that up with dimensionals. Hi, Tina. Hi, Alessandra. How are you, my friend? All right, so we're just going to pop up this guy right here towards the top. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to take the thank you and we're going to pop that up as well. Now, before I adhere the thank you, I want to position my other cloud and go ahead and glue that on. And that's going to go right here. And then I'm going to pop up the other cloud on top of it. So we've got some really fun floating clouds. All right, then the last thing then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to put the sentiment here on the side of our spine. And then we have one last thing we're going to do, and that is adding some bling. All right, so now we have the title of our book. We've got our little thank you on the front. And then now let's just put a little bling with some rhinestones. And then our project is done. Put some here on the clouds and on the cover. There you go. So now we've got some really cute little sparkly little book of sunshine. All right, so really fun stamp set, like I said. Now, I did for my rainbow retreat, I'm doing that with my friends Heather Guerrero and Lisa Cunningham. We're doing a really fun rainbow retreat in a box. And I just felt that if we're going to do the rainbows, we got to have our sunshine. So I use the Sharing Sunshine stamp set to offer an add-on class card kit to the retreat box. So if you're interested in doing that, you can check out the link below, but you'll be making these 4 cards. And you will also include a bolt of the pool party ribbon and a package of rhinestones. So if you want to go check out the Rainbow Retreat box, registering for that, and then adding on the Sharing Sunshine card kit, you can check out that in the link below. I will, if I have any extra of the Sharing Sunshine card kits, I will offer them, but the price is going to go up because there's going to be some product that I'm going to have to include in it that's already part of the Rainbow Retreat. So the cost will go up from $20 to $30 if you end up getting the card kit later, if I have any left. So also too, just to let you know, my April Sweet Creations Club, the registration is open for that. You can either subscribe monthly, get a really fun project kit in the mail every month. It's $39, includes the pre-cut project supplies, about $20 in product, and the tutorial, of course, and then also to first-class shipping. So go check that out. If you're not quite ready to subscribe, but you want to check it out, I do offer a 1-month option, and that is also $39, and you can register for that. The subscription period for the April Club kit does end on April 5th. And with the monthly club, you do earn some fun club perks. So go check that out. Now for April, I am offering an optional add-on to the club kit, and it is with the Island Vibe stamp set. That was the stamp set we had back in Celebration earlier this year, and it's going to make a really fun mini album. So go over, at least check out that link. Go check out the video because you got to really see this mini album in action. And next week I'll share all of that with you next week. But I just kind of want to let you know it's out there. So if you want to get a head start on that, you can do that. Also, too, last thing before I leave, really important, I wanted to let you know. March, Stampin' Up! Is offering 20% off the mini Stampin' Cut and Boss machine and select bundles. But guys, what I really want to focus on and really bring your attention to is the retiring in colors. So if you have any of the 2020, 2022 in colors, and you don't want to give up that color, make sure that you order those re-inkers and that cardstock, because next week they are going to be announcing the retirement list. And I'm going to tell you, these in colors are one of the first things to sell out. So I don't want you to miss out. So go shop. Plus two, I am personally offering a March Mystery Hostess Month. So for every $25 order increment that you place in my store with the host code that's listed in the post, I will enter you into a drawing to possibly win all of the host rewards that have been earned so far. So right now we're over $100 in host rewards and a free half off item. So guys, if you have any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, I look forward to crafting again with y'all next week. So take care. Bye guys.